I'm sitting here and I'm just so humbled because I'm like, why in God's green earth is this being made such a big deal? And as I'm sitting there and I'm looking at all of this happening around me, I'm like, this is never about me. It's never been about me. It's about what, and I didn't even know any of this was going on.
This guy's talking about he had the coronavirus and how the hospital people didn't even let him come into the emergency room. They met him outside because he had a fever, and how when the nurse came out, to see him with the doctor and everything, how scared she looked. He could just tell that she was scared. Well, anyway, they put him on oxygen, and he was saying how he was hallucinating, and he just had all these wacky visions, and he thought he was in another place. He didn't even know that he was at the hospital. But anyway, he came through it, and he was saying how just feels grateful to have his life, and how he's just grateful to the medical people who took care of him, because he just mentally, a lot of times when you're sick, you're not delirious, but when you throw fever on top of that, that's when things get really dicey. And that's what he is talking about, that he just wasn't in his right mind to even try to take care of himself, or know what was going on, or knowing what his symptoms really were, opposed to what was happening in his mind. Isn't that crazy? Oh my God, this is so crazy. I was saying that it reminds me of, when I was raising my kids and stuff, and the symptoms that they would have, which fever was one of it. Having an ear infection, and how when you have ear infections, if it's not treated, it goes into meningitis. And I'm telling you, being a parent of a little kid who cannot talk and tell you what's going on, they're just crying and they got a fever, and you got to try to figure out what to do, and you've got to be able to talk to medical people. That's what it reminds me of, this whole coronavirus thing. And I'm out, but I got my shield, and I got my hand sanitizer. I got to go over here. I'm taking a little break as I gotta go over here to the store, and so that is what I am doing. But oh my God, it's crazy. Let's see what he's saying now.
Spent 7 days on the ventilator, and then after the ventilator, and thankfully you're still here. After that,
that reminds me what I was gonna say now. This other person that I know, she had a daughter, and her daughter used to get ear infections so often that she ended up having to have tubes in her ears. She ended up having to have tubes in her ears. Couldn't swim. There was all these rules, and I'm really surprised that they're not saying about the long-term effects of people who have had the coronavirus, and does that make them susceptible for another bout of coronavirus, and what the other complications may be. Can they not swim? Are they going to have breathing apparatus? Are they going to suffer from sleep apnea now? And they're not talking about any of that. That's what's so weird to me. So, if you can see through my window, there's plenty of people out here in the parking lots and everything. And, yeah. Anyway, I got to hurry up because I don't have a whole lot of time. I got my shield. So, I will talk to you guys later.